May not be a legal American citizen, but he's a human being, and he has rights.
Only on Action News Jax, a Middleburg family begging for help after they claim that ICE officials are threatening the husband, who is an Indian national, with immediate deportation and criminal charges. I'm Tanika Hughes.
And I'm Ben Becker. Action News Jax Jake Stofan is live from the family's home in Middleburg. And Jake, after you started asking questions, they got a new message from ICE.
Well, that's right. Just within the last hour, I heard from the family's attorney that the husband has now been given until Saturday to purchase a plane ticket back to India and leave the country voluntarily. Now, this comes after the family says ICE officials came to their door this morning demanding the husband come out and threatening him with criminal charges and saying they would come back with a warrant when he refused.
I cannot leave my kids and my wife. Yeah, I can't.
Tapan Purohit and his wife, Ashley Kennedy Purohit, feel they're living a nightmare. Tapan came to America on a J-1 visa in 2011. It expired in 2013. Last year, he married Ashley, and they filed an I-130 marriage petition in hopes of regaining his legal status.
I prayed so hard that God would send me a good, kind, loving man that would finally be that piece that was missing in our lives, and he did.
Things took a turn last December when Tapan was arrested and charged with resisting an officer without violence, a charge that was ultimately dropped. But over the next few months, he was ordered by ICE to purchase a plane ticket for removal, which he did. According to the family's attorney, they filed a series of emergency motions, hoping to delay his removal to give time for the marriage petition to be processed. His motion to delay his deportation was denied on March 11th, but two of those other motions are still pending.
At that point, our attorneys had told us to go ahead and cancel the plane tickets, that we had motions filed so that we should have time to be able to continue to petition and pursue.
But according to the family, ICE officials arrived at their home this morning demanding Tapan come outside to be taken into ICE custody for deportation. He did not. The family claims ICE officials told them they'd return with a warrant and charged Tapan with failure to comply with supervised release.
And at that point, they can kick our door down and come in front of my children and take my husband in front of them.
Ashley argues her husband still has a right for the motions to be heard. Tapan and Ashley run a local business and argue they're good, hardworking Americans, not criminals. But they claim throughout this process, they've been treated as less than human by ICE officials.
I said, my wife is pregnant, sir, so he said, oh, that's not your kid, that's her kid.
Ashley says she feels like this sudden rush is being driven by a numbers game intended to fulfill a political agenda rather than ensure public safety.
It's just another check on the box. We deported 1,001 people today, and Tapan gets to be that 1,001.
Now, the family's attorney tells me she's holding out hope those two outstanding emergency motions that are currently sitting on an immigration judge's desk will be granted before the Saturday deadline. We reached out to ICE for comment on this situation and are still waiting to hear back. For local coverage you can count on live in Middleburg, I'm Jake Stofan.